So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys what I've gone all in for the up and coming Sbc'S. So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch for the cheapest trading guides out there for just £4, €4, all free with Amazon Prime. You'll receive daily trading and investing guides covering PlayStation, Xbox and PC with an array of methods covering all budgets. And I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million in multiple different FIFAs, and now for the last 4 years I've made 10 million coins in just the first month. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys what I've gone all in for the up and coming Alawari Sbc, Icon Sbc and Vinicius Jr. POTM Sbc. So we've got some absolutely colossal Sbc's on the way, including an Alawari Sbc, we've got the Icon Pack Sbc on the Sunday, and finally we've got ourselves the Vinicius Jr. on the Friday. And as a result, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be walking through the investments for these, and most importantly the investment that I'm going all in on. So to work out what fodder we're going to go and invest in, I've basically gone off of the Ribery and the Tuchemeni Sbc. Now the reason I've gone off of these two is because these two literally require a whole range of different rated Sbc's. So what we can do is we can see what fodder went well, because more likely than not, the Alawari and the Vinicius Jr. and the Icon Sbc will require, I'd say, minimum 3 to 4, especially if we're talking just the Icon Sbc, teams that are probably about 86 to 90 rated. So what we've done is we've gone and looked what rose on the Friday, because on the Friday game last week we went and got ourselves the Ribery Sbc. And then on top of that, we went and got ourselves the Tuchemeni Sbc, again requiring 90s, 89s, 88s, and so on and so on. And what we're doing is we're seeing what did really well for this, and as a result, what to invest in. Now, we did cover all of this in the Vinicius Jr. Sbc video, so I won't go over it too much. But basically what rose is 88s rose but went down, 89s rose, 90s rose, 91s rose, and 93s rose. But there's going to be slightly different conditions investing in these. The first one is that because this promo is giving off lots of heroes and icons, what they do is they give 2 variations of the icons. And because they give off 2 variations of the icons, what happens is one of the icons is very cheap, one of the icons is very expensive. As a result, the cheap icon basically ends up being Sbc fodder, and the expensive icon ends up being like the meta card. Well, the problem with this is last year what this did is this gave us loads of 92, 91 rated Sbc fodder that we didn't have previously, and what we've seen this year is we've seen when EA keeps on adding new Sbc fodder, those ratings didn't do well. So this is, for example, the promo team we got last year, and he gave us a 92 Llamas Sbc fodder, he gave us a 93 Closer as Sbc fodder, and it gave us a 88 Del Piero and 86 Torres. So as a result, what ended up happening was the 91s went down. I think it was the 90s, the 91s, and if there were any 92s, they went down, because what happened is, again, we literally got very, very high rated fodder, which we hadn't have had previously. Which means that even though last Friday we saw rises on the 90s or 91s, we saw rises on the 92s, and we saw rises on the 93s, because we also saw rises in the stuff slightly cheaper than that, what I'd then recommend is I'd recommend not going with the 90s is okay, but not going with the 91s, not going with the 92s, not going with the 93s. And the reason for that is at the moment there's only 3 pieces of a 93 rated Sbc fodder, give or take 2 players. Well, if they go and add another player, that's 50% increased. But if we come down to something like the 90s, there's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pieces of Sbc fodder. And because there's already 15 pieces of Sbc fodder, 1 more player isn't going to do much, even 2 more players isn't going to do much. So as a result, our investment is going to be 89s and 90s, and there's a way of even making your 89 investment a little bit nicer. And the way to make your 89 investment a little bit nicer is to go for a promo card that's going to go out of packs, because you can gamble that there's going to be additional demand on top of the player just being Sbc fodder. So an example where we can see this working last week was someone like Christian Pulisic. Now Pulisic was a 89 rated FUT birthday card, and like a lot of the FUT birthday cards, he went down to fodder price. We can see he went down here to around about 23.5, let's say. But he has rebounded to 31. So he's gone 23.5 to 31. Whereas what we can do is we can go and look at a generic, no we can't because we can't spell anything, a generic 89 rated, someone like Diani. And again, remember Pulisic went from 23 to 31, whereas Diani, who's just a base gold card, went from about 23, 24 to 27. So you can see that she significantly did not perform as good as Pulisic. Now what I will say is not every promo card outperforms fodder. So again, Diani did 23 to 27. We see Sorloth did 22.5 to again around about 26.5. So Sorloth, or 27 even, so Sorloth did as well as the 89 rated, but what you can do is, again, you can basically go and buy a promo card for the chance of there being additional demand. Now, another way how we can know if there's going to be more additional demand is if we go to players, we go to player game performances, and then we go down here to versions, to squads, and what this is going to do is it's going to go and show us how much the players have been used. So if you sort via games, we can see that the most used cards are Guerrero, Bertram, Reinders, Royce, David. Sadly, none of them are really SBC fodder. We get down to Niles, but again, 88s didn't really do that well. We're basically looking for 89s, and sadly, the highest 89 is Danjuma here at 10,000 games. It's not bad, but I mean, bear in mind he's got one card, and he's being used half as much as someone who has two cards. It's yeah, it's not looking that promising that any of them are going to perform that well. And then David Alaba, the other 89 down there at 6.1k. Now, the FUT by FLAIR cards, again, I would invest in them over the gold cards, just for the potential chance. But there's no obvious sign to show that they're going to outperform golds. Whereas if we go look at Pulisic last week, I mean, I imagine he'd be near the top here. Yeah, I mean, he was in the mini release, and he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th highest player. And again, he wasn't even released till Saturday. So, you know, he's managed to catch up with the players that were released day one, which were these players right here. Now, there is one thing I would quite like to invest in. And now EA, or what I think will be better than the others. Now, I have invested in some of the 89s that I don't think will perform the best. But I've tried to prioritise, and it's hard to because there actually isn't much supply for the reason why it's amazing, in Matra. Now, the reason I've prioritised in Matra is because, I can't spell her name, is because before she was re-released, she was going for 70k. There you go. Before she was re-released, she was going for 75k. Now, the other nice thing is she actually didn't become SBC fodder until yesterday. Yes, I understand she got a price range update, but if I go Owly yesterday, she wasn't really SBC fodder until this morning with Division Rival Rewards, where we've been picking up for around about 22, 23. Yeah, you can see she kind of rebounded there to 25k, and now hasn't really become SBC fodder since Division Rival Rewards. And because it's taken her so long to become SBC fodder, I understand she had a price range update, but after she had a price range update. Now, in regards to holding these cards, I will probably end up holding these cards till Sunday after the Icon SBC. One of the reasons for that is because I'm literally moving houses, so as a result, I won't actually be able to sell anything over the weekend until I get like internet access and so on. So yeah, that is going to be my plan of action. My plan is to basically go and buy as many of these 89s. We're going Matra, Danjuma, and Riquelme, and Jordi Alba. And we're picking these cards up to 23k, and then we're just going to go and see what we can sell them for on the Sunday. Now, obviously, we've got a Hero SBC this weekend, and it does alternate between Hero, Icon, Hero, Icon, Hero, Icon. So we do think that we're going to get an Icon, which, again, would have a higher chance of needing 89s than we saw this weekend. And the Alawari should be a very well-demanded SBC, because he's just one of those sort of FIFA legends. So I'm, you know, heavily gambling on the demand of that. But that is going to go and wrap it up. Shall see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.